Okay.
So the so victory, right? This is after L2. The revolution has been won. Uh, it's time to put the Rev token to use in the L2 presale. The way this works is the L1 farm lasts for 14 days. At the end of 14 days, we start a 48-hour countdown. At the end of the 48 hours, we remove liquidity from the Rev token and take all of the Rev tokens that were removed from circulation through the buybacks, and we use them to remove the remaining BUSD from the pool. Then we take the BUSD that we just removed from the Rev token, which is the L1 Farm Reward token, and we migrate it over to L2. 60% of that BUSD is used for rewards in the form of BUSD payouts to people who stake the L2 governance token. The other 40% is used for liquidity in the L2 tokens. Dogs, which is the farm token, and pigs, which is the governance tokens. So all of that capital that is removed from L1 farm reward token rev is migrated. 100% of it is migrated over to L2. People who hold the rev token in this countdown, when liquidity is removed, whatever the price is when the liquidity is removed from the rev token is the price that will be honored in the L2 presale. So when you hold the rev token, say you hold one rev token, rev is worth $100 when liquidity is removed. That means on the L2 presale, if you use one rev token, you're going to get 20% more tokens than someone that went into the L2 presale with 100 BUSD tokens. See what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Because we're honoring that one rev token equals 100 BUSD, plus you're getting a 20% bonus on top of that. So uh, this is what I mean when I say that the L1 token is it's an extended, or the L1 platform is an extended launchpad for L2, and L2 is when the serious dynamics and the real groundbreaking stuff comes into play. Uh,
Mm.
so people who get into the L1 presale, you're gonna get Rev tokens. You can then take those Rev tokens, come to the farm here, and stake them with BUSD or WBNB, wrapped BNB. You can then start to earn Rev tokens. You can take your BUSD, send it to the Drip Liberation contract, earn Drip BUSD LP tokens tax free, throw them in the farm tax free, and start earning Rev tokens. You can now take those Rev tokens. Oh, also, you can get into all these other farms, all these other pools, and you're going to make a higher APY or higher APR, however you want to say it,
Sure.
off of these tokens than you would in any other farm in the space. So if you're farming with BUSD, DAI, or BTCB, ETH, whatever your pair is
Mm.
on another farm, you should greatly consider migrating it over to our farm and getting a greater APR and an APR that will remain uh, sustainable and be able to not only pay out these Rev tokens at a high rate, but the Rev token itself will maintain a high value, which is important. Some of these other farms are promoting a very high APY, but if the value of your token is depreciating, uh, the high APY doesn't really matter too much.
Mm.
So you can get into these, start earning Rev tokens, take the Rev tokens, come to pools, put them in the Rev single asset, start earning BUSD,
Yeah.
and accumulating Rev tokens. All the Rev
Mm.
tokens you earn, you can either take them. A higher risk play would be take the Rev tokens you earn, pair them with more BUSD and more Rev WBNB, and this will allow you to get a greater stake of these farms, earn more rev tokens, and essentially have more rev tokens that you can then pair with more BUSD or more wrap BNB, or bring over here and throw in the single asset pool to start earning BUSD. Now you're stacking up your rev tokens, The price of rev is going up, and you're
Yep.
earning BUSD, a fairly large amount of BUSD. Every single block, you're getting more BUSD added to your rewards. Now, uh, the farm is over. The L1 farm is over. It's been 14 days. The mission stop. To the 48-hour countdown. Say the price of rev is $100. Liquidity is removed at the end of the 48-hour countdown. All of that liquidity that is removed is then migrated over to L2. The rev tokens that you hold can now be used in the L2 presale for a 20% bonus. And I should say that the amount of L2 tokens that are allocated for the rev pool is significantly higher than the BUSD pool. So not only will you be able to get a higher exchange rate, you're also uh, guaranteed a position in the L2 presale. Whereas if you get it with BUSD, there's only a set amount of BUSD we're raising in L2. So there's a chance that you won't be able to get into the L2 presale if you try to get it with BUSD. If you get it with the Rev token, you're guaranteed a spot in L2. And the way we're able to guarantee a spot in L2 is because that liquidity and that capital is just being migrated over. So it's not new capital that we're having to raise that could then be dumped at listing or something like that. So, so this is the way that the migration is taking place. Now, like I said, there's the dog and the pigs token. You get both of them for getting into the pre-sale. The dog's token is the farm token, and the pigs token is the governance token. Those who stake the pigs token are now the new owners of the farm, and now you get your share of all of the funds that are deposited into the farm in the form of BUSD rewards and other forms of cash flow paid out in BUSD that I'll explain lower. And this is a pivotal point in the theming of the farm and the theming of the book, The Animal Farm, because after the animals have their revolution and they take ownership of the farm, a new power dynamic comes into play, where the pigs are essentially the smartest creatures on the farm. So they're able to establish themselves as the new owners. And they raise these puppies from birth to essentially be their workers. So the new dynamic now is the power is in the hands of the dogs and the pigs. The pigs are the owners, the dogs are the enforcers and the workers, and the sheep are essentially those who go along with all of the propaganda. And in our analysis of the theming, the sheep would be the people that believe in the traditional market and the current fiat system that is the global power right now. So this is the way that we went with the theming, and this is why
It's
the
genius,
new
eh?
thank you. And this is why the new slogan or the new rule for L2 is all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. And this
Yeah.
is a famous quote from the Animal Farm. And you see here